Hey there, so over the last few weeks I've kind of gone a bit crazy and spent a fair bit of money on stuff. And that stuff includes books, DVDs, Blu-Rays and comic books. So without further ado, let's go with the books. At my uni there's a second-hand bookstore, which I kind of avoid for the last few years, and then now I'm like, bookstore! So I've got a few books from it. It's Rupert of Hentzau by Anthony Hope. This is actually a sequel to The Prisoner of Zenda, which I have not read, but I just really like the cover, and it's one of those small books, like it's shorter and thinner, and I like these sort of books. And it sounded interesting, and it was only like £2, so I thought, well, if I get this and have a look out for the first book and see what happens there. The other book I got from the second-hand bookstore was Wool by Hugh Howey, and I've been meaning to get this for ages, whether it was actually like a physical copy or on my Kindle, and this was just £2.50, and it's a great way, I think, to start the trilogy, and it's in pretty good nick. The spine's not that bent, it's just the edges of the pages are a little yellow, but it's really good nick, so I'm looking forward to eventually starting this trilogy. Another book I got is The Princess Bride by William Goldman, and I've not seen the film, that's like a bit of a cult classic and very quotable apparently, and I've never read the book, and it's the cover, it was just really cool, and it's just, that's the thing, I think, I saw this in the bookshop and I just really like the cover, and I've been meaning to watch The Princess Bride but never got around to it, so thought, oh, I'll have a go at the book, and it does seem like a very sweet kind of fairy tale that's a bit ludicrous at the same time. Then I bought a few books on my Kindle. I got The Lives of Lamora by Scott Lynch, got The Girls of Riada by Raja Alstaneh. Apologies, I'm butchering your name clearly. But yeah, I've been thinking about trying more books from different nationalities, and I read the synopsis for that one and it sounded quite interesting. It's about these girls and it all seems to be through letters or emails, and it seems really different from what I normally read, so I thought I'd pick that one up. And I got The Calling, a John Luther novel by Neil Cross, which I've started and I absolutely love it, even though it's really creepy and it's kind of worse than watching the TV show because it's in your head, so that makes things 10 times worse. Next I got some DVDs, well, technically Blu-Rays because Amazon had an offer. Bought Haywire, Premium Rush, Blitz, which I've seen before and is my favourite Jason Statham movie. Previously I watched it on TV, but I loved it so much I just needed to have a copy. It's such a good film, please watch Blitz, it's amazing. And I bought the Firefly box set, and obviously it's not really much of a box set since it got cancelled so early, but I never got around to watching Firefly, and it seems one of those big things that everyone must see, and considering it's only about 13 or 14 episodes, it doesn't seem that difficult to catch up pretty quickly. I am intrigued to see if I like Firefly after all the things I've heard about it, and all the, oh my god, Joss Whedon kills people, and all that stuff. Because I've never really watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer either, because I was very easily scared as a child. I went comic book shopping for the first time ever a few weeks ago, a place called Orbital Comics in Leicester Square. I've not really read many physical comics before. I got given the first Hawkeye by Matt Fraction volume, which I adored, but other ones I've read have been on iPads, because you can download, especially on Mondays, you can download Marvel comics for like 99p, so I've done that before. When looking at these you can probably tell that I'm more of a Marvel person than a DC one. Hawkeye Volume 2, Little Hits, written by Matt Fraction, and this is such a cool comic and I'm so glad I got into it, especially the last issue in the volume, because it's all set from a dog's point of view, and it's just really clever how you can get all that and what's going on by pictures. And I think that's the thing, like with comic books, I think I've learned that, and the same with graphic novels, you can still get a really good story, even though obviously the vast majority of it is pictures. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Avengers. This has got the Guardians of the Galaxy plus Iron Man. So considering the film's coming out next year, I thought this would be quite a good way to get into it and know the characters a bit better. The only things I know about the Guardians of the Galaxy come from the few episodes they were in of the TV show Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, which is an awesome cartoon and everyone should watch it, and I'm so annoyed that it got cancelled. Rocket Raccoon is just weird but brilliant and slightly crazy, but I kind of thought he was really cool. And Groot as well, I'm just like, this is just a weird band of misfits in a way, but they work well together, I quite like it. Wolverine and the X-Men, yeah, the first volume, and this is quite a skinny one, to be honest. I'm not sure how many issues are included in this one, but I like Wolverine, I like the X-Men. I mean, I've never really read X-Men comics before, so I thought I'd give this a go. I also got a Wolverine Old Man Logan. It seems to be set in an apocalyptic future where he's old and travelling across America, and it seems to be like the only book of this, so it's like one giant story, I think. I may be wrong. It looks a bit freaky. She's got like a skeleton Captain America on the back. I'm not sure if I like that. And then you've got like Hulk people, and yeah, this looks a bit creepy. Now for not a Marvel comic, I got Five Ghosts, which is the first volume. Like, listen to this. After a tragic encounter with an artifact known as the Dreamstone, infamous treasure hunter Fabian Grey was possessed by 5 literary ghosts and has been granted access to the unique abilities. And these ghosts are, well, one I'm pretty sure is Robin Hood. It's the dude with the bow and arrow, but I'm not entirely sure yet. The other one I'm pretty sure is Sherlock Holmes, but he's a detective. Then you've got a wizard, a samurai, and a vampire. I think this is one of my favourite, like, graphic designs so far, I have to say. And finally, bought the first volume of The Losers. I've seen the film version of The Losers and I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favourite comfort films. It just makes me feel happy, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought I'd get the actual comic it's based on. I've not read it all yet. I've only read a bit in pieces, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's definitely got the humour that obviously the film had, and I like the character dynamics, and it's good. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, that's what I've bought this month, or over the last few weeks. A few books, a few comics, and a few Blu-rays. If you have any recommendations out about what I've just shown, what you think I must read or watch straight away, please do tell me, and I will see you next time.